Welcome back. This is CerealSnax, and today I'm looking at Planetside 2. This is a free-to-play game that is currently in beta right now, and it looks like it's basically a first-person shooter in a large war kind of scale. There's tons of players playing on each server. I'm not even sure what the amount of players is on each server, but it's definitely in the hundreds, if not more. And what you can do is you can actually, there's all kinds of things just like in any large scale. It kind of reminds me of Tribes. You can buy these vehicles and then spawn them, and then you can, of course, get into the vehicles and cause all kinds of havoc. Now they cost these little polymers, which you get by killing characters and doing sorts of things in the game. And I'm just kind of showing off some of them here. You can actually change your class as well. So there are 6 classes you can pick from: the Infiltrator, Light Assault, Combat Medic, Engineer, Heavy Assault, and this Max Trooper, which actually costs Catalyst, which is another type of currency in the game. So like I said, it's free to play, but of course some of these items you'll have to pay actual cash money for. But it does seem like you can actually get a lot of those currencies just playing the game. And this game is kind of amusing. This is my first impressions of it, so it's going to be a little bit skewed. It's not really a review of the game because I really haven't played it enough to get a review out of it. I've played probably 4 or 5 hours. It's probably more than I should have played to get a first impressions. But let's look at this. There's a loadout here for airship type dealies that you can spawn. And there's real big ones too. You can see some of the, once I go back to the game here, you can see some of them parked over here on the tarmac. And I'm going to do a lot of cutting in this video because there was a lot of time just me running all over the place trying to figure stuff out. So you're going to see some editing. Let's just try to get in one of these planes. And this particular one is more of like a transport, I believe. So let's press E to get inside it. Yeah. Now if you look on the right, you can see that the airship has all kinds of empty slots. And I'm actually in a turret right now. Looks like I'm in the very back turret of the plane. And so if we did get attacked with something, at least I would have something to defend the plane with. Now, one thing I found with this game, and this is, like I said, this is my first impressions, but it seems like I travel long distances a lot and then immediately die. Now, there are ways to get instantly into action, but if you get into a ship like this and you want to get to front lines quickly, 9 times out of 10 I find the pilot crashes the airship into the ground, or we get shot out of the sky, or we land at our destination and then all of us are slaughtered by the enemy. So I don't know if it was my bad luck or if it's just the way the game is played. And here's a look at the map. You can see kind of the areas that are blue are our areas, the purple is another team, and then the red is another team. And then there's these exclamation points that show off kind of where action is taking place. So I'm going to cut a little bit of this flying time out, I believe, until we actually get nearer to the action. Okay, so we've landed in a base that's near the front lines, hoping, I guess, the pilot is hoping to get more people in his ship. So he's taking off again here, and oh. So here it is, story of my life in Planetside 2. Dead, barely even got off the tarmac, and I am done. So that was a good, that was a good half an hour of my life. So let's deploy again. Okay, I've cut some more video again because as I was saying, you know, probably 45 minutes has gone by, and now I'm in a tank, just driving along here, and I'm actually in the driver's seat this time, and I've got some random guy in the turret. Let's see what kind of action I can get myself into. And we're just driving and driving. So this is kind of my first impressions of Planetside 2. We're on the map. This is Planetside 2. We just drive around and try to find combat. I'm not criticizing the game. I think there is some very epic things about Planetside 2, and I'll get into those in a minute. I love that you can get in tanks. I love that you can control these things. I love that if you group up with people, you can really do well. There's a lot of strategy involved, obviously. I'm not convinced yet, and I obviously have to spend more time with the game, that it isn't just a Zerg, kind of similar to Guild Wars 2, although I think Guild Wars 2 does it very well with their world versus world versus world, and I'm not sure that this is much better. Now, this is a free-to-play game, so I hate to hate on any free-to-play game because it's always fun to play a game that's free. I mean, if it's not pay to win, then I consider it to be great when it's free to play, because I typically can find a lot of fun, hours and hours, without having to pay a cent. So here's another floaty type tank vehicle here. We're kind of in a bad spot. Like I said, I just drove 45 minutes and I am dead, killed by Hoth Monster and ADB. So wow, yeah. So that is probably the problem with this game from a first impression standpoint, is that, well, here we are again in another tank. I just want to, you know, show another tank thing. This time I'm in the turret. See the enemy plane flying overhead. Maybe I can get some shots off on it. No, I'm just probably too far away. This driver that I'm with is actually quite a bit better than other players I've been with. So we've actually done really well so far, and seen a little bit of action here. And I'm just showing you some of the more, we're kind of in the front lines now. But my point was that this game, from a first impression standpoint, is bad because it's hard. There's a learning curve, a strong learning curve, and I am excited to be able to get to the point where I feel like I'm good enough to do well in a game like this. But right now, I feel like I'm such a noob that, from a first impression standpoint, I think a lot of people who are casual gamers like myself are considered, which is kind of, it's a silly, stupid term actually, casual gamer, because who's really a casual gamer? But, and how do you even define that? But my point is that I kind of, you know, shift from game to game. I don't have 20 hours a day to play games. I have to, you know, go to work, go to school, hang out with my family, hang out with my friends, and I only get a few hours to do gaming at any given time. So, you know, if I only can play this game for 2 or 3 hours, my first day of playing this game, I'll say, you know, I might say, God, that was a waste of my time. All I did was run 45 minutes, get into combat, and die. Even the instant action stuff is a little bit, and there we go, we're dead. Cynos. Flip and rock paw. Yeah. So we did pretty good that time. If by good you mean destroyed one tank and then died. I guess we traded them even. So I broke even that time. This time I'm going to actually try to get some planes for myself and see if it's just me or if it's the other people in the game that are the problem. But I can see why a lot of people would play this game, even though it's free to play, and just say, you know what, forget it. I'm not really going to waste my time with this kind of game, you know, just because of the time and because of that. But the fact that it's free to play does make it, you just want to keep coming back and keep seeing if you can actually get better at it. Plus the fact that you can be in these epic battles with a bunch of other people. Now, this is obviously beta, so things are going to change. But let's see if I can get myself a ship here somehow. So there's the past tank driver of mine, Durs. He was really good. He was shooting with his machine gun blindly out into the wilderness. Great. Okay. Let me purchase myself a helicopter of some sort. Let's see. Let's get a, I don't know, a Reaver or a Liberator. I don't even know what the differences are really, but spawn one of these guys. And, oh, and see, now that is jolting. I didn't even edit that video. That actually threw me into the vehicle and it's already in the air. I've got nobody else with me and I have no idea how to fly or land. So like I said, the learning curve for flying, I probably should have read the key bindings. But let's fly around here. Oh, and I'm already getting shot at. Barely even spawned and I'm already getting blown out of the sky here. Let's see. So there is the vehicles or the planes do seem a little bit floaty to me, or something, where they seem difficult to control, and I'm sure it's just a matter of really learning the vehicle and not getting shot out of the sky. Oop, I decided to bail out, and of course I'll hit the ground and suicide, and there goes my plane. Yes, stop killing myself. Okay. Alright, well, let's see here. Let's just try to run around as a soldier. Now you can see where I am on the map. We are right on the front lines again, and a lot of the soldiers seem to be running up this path over here. So let me go up this path and just see what kind of danger I can get myself into, and probably get shot immediately when I crest this hill. But let's just go check it out. Oop, there's a guy running this direction. That's never a good sign. Alright, let's get up here and see what's going on. Okay, so there's gunfire coming. There's some dudes hanging out over here, hanging out behind this. Oh, the dead guy there. It's not good. Okay, so we've got a medic. That's good. Whoa, we're being bombarded. Okay, so there's a tank up there. There's some guys coming down the hill here. Now, see, this is what I like. Oh, we just lost a man. The man down. 2 men down. All right, well, so what I like about this particular situation is I feel like this is more realistic, right? There's a tank coming down the hill. There's some guys under the bridge over here. And I'm a heavy assault, I believe, so I think I have a rocket launcher. Let's see. No. Oh, here we go. I can take this tank out on foot here. Okay, apparently one shot is... It's going to take more than one shot to take this guy out. This one tank has, you know, at least 10 of our guys pinned down over here, which is a testament to how powerful these vehicles are if they don't encounter other vehicles on the road. Oh no, see, there's an engineer of the opposite team actually healing that tank over there in the distance. Take him out here. So how many rocket shots do these things take? See, now this is another thing that would make a new player a little bit hesitant to continue when they feel like they have no impact on the battle at all. Of course, you obviously don't want people to be so powerful that people are dying left and right, but of course I die left and right even without people being powerful. So that tank is just immortal. See, look, here's these 10 guys that are kind of holed up underneath this thing here, not doing anything. If everybody got up here and shot off their rocket launchers, we'd probably be in a little bit better shape. Let's see here. What are these guys doing? Just kind of chilling down here. Yeah. Just having a tea party, I guess, while they wait. I do like what they've done. You know, there's surprisingly little lag. I haven't talked about the graphics much, but the graphics are pretty impressive in this game. They've really done a good job of, you know, really making nice graphics and minimal lag. I mean, I'm playing on a European server right now, and I'm actually in the US, and it feels very smooth in terms of lag, and that's pretty impressive when you have hundreds of players and you have no internet lag like it is right now. So I'm impressed with that. The engine's very well done. This is a game made by Sony Online Entertainment. Of course, well, you know, a lot of people have hatred for Sony Online, but I know Planetside 1, I never played it, but it did get a lot of critical acclaim, being a great game, and a lot of people enjoyed it, so I'm guessing that 2 will follow in its footsteps. I'm going to have to come back at some point in time and do a review, because I know that some people are going to comment and say that I need to experience more of the game, but that's the point of a first impression. First impressions of a game are very important, because that will a lot of times signal the life or death of a game in terms of, you know, its longevity and all that. Although I think, you know, Sony Online and Planetside 2 are strong enough namesakes in a way that you don't have to worry too much about that. And look, shot again. I don't think I've killed anybody, actually. And that may either be that I'm terrible or that everybody else is just amazing, or I'm really unlucky. It's probably all of those things, actually. So, anyway, I'm going to end this here. I hope this gave you a good, quick first impressions of Planetside 2. Of course, I died a lot. I didn't kill anybody. Look, see, I shoot at this. I can't even shoot a... That guy was amazing compared to how well I fly. But I hope it gives you a good idea of what the game's all about. It's free to play, so I encourage you to try it. I'm going to try to play more of it and try to see how good I can get at it. See if I can stop being frustrated and that I can start actually making a difference. It may be that really doing well at this game is really being part of an organized group of people that have TeamSpeak or Ventrilo or whatever, because that always seems to help in more ways than one. I don't know why there is an ATV just sitting in the road here, but hey, what are you going to do, right? Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed, and check back again soon for more first impressions, Guild Wars 2, jumping puzzles, and all that sort of stuff. And this is CerealSnax, so I will catch you later.